Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back. Yeah, I know it sounds like I'm going into Daily Masters, but trust me, one of these players is not a master level player. It is, of course, Harry Muppet down the bottom left side. And yeah, so that's me. And what's happened is in the SC2 SCA site, which I'll put a link for in the description. I moved most of my tournament stuff over there, as you know if you've seen the Harry Bash update video, which I put out about half a week ago. And they've got a lot of tournaments over there, so they're really set up to support tournaments very well. So, extremely happy about that, and it's looking like it's going to get a lot more people in there. And while I was there, I thought I'd sign up for a tournament. Now, I am bottom of the barrel in terms of skill. I am Bronze League all the way. I got up to Silver League at one point, then got shafted straight down to Bronze in the next season, so yeah, I didn't think I was going to do very well. I fully expected to go out the first round, and well, you guys will see what happens. And anyway, so this is me, Harry Muppet. Up the top right side is my opponent in the first round. It is going to be Dark. He is from the clan called Axis, the Axis clan, which is based in Southeast Asia. So basically Australian based. I think the head of the clan is Australian. Yes. Actually, looks like he's located in Adelaide. But, yeah, so it's mainly Australian, but it's basically a SCA clan, and they do a lot of SCA sort of stuff. There's a whole bunch of different SCA clans, I can't remember them all, but they are out on there, and if you go to SC2SEA.com, you can probably check out a few of them, check out some of the tournaments they've been in, etc., etc. So, he's very high level Diamond / Masters. In fact, I think he's Masters level, so he's pretty awesome. So it's going to be a struggle for me to take any of these games. So yes, we do have a nice Forge Fast Expand coming out from me though. I've got the Gateway coming out before the Nexus. And I actually don't have that many minerals at the moment, so I kind of fudged this up. Should have, I don't know. I find it's a bit risky to go for the Nexus straight after the Gateway. Like before the Gateway. I know that's how you're supposed to do it, but I usually don't do that just because I like to have this gate. Especially if I get Zerg, I like to have that nice gap sorted out and gate and sort of stuff like that. But I am saving up for the Nexus right now. And after that, I'll probably pop out a Zealot or something. So there we go. There's the Nexus. Mr. Dark has already got his second base. Potentially thinking about a third, but he's just getting some lings out right now. There goes the drone for the third base. So he's going to be pushing out nice and fast. And music. For some reason, I turned the music off. I do not know why, but it's back on now. So that should make you guys happy. Well, it's enabled anyway. I don't know where the actual music is, but it should come at some point. So anyway, he's basically got a lair. No, not a lair. What's this? A spawning pool. And yeah, he's sort of doing alright. Just macroing hard, getting his stuff together, and not really annoying me too much yet. He's got the watchtowers, both of them. He's got the overlords coming in for a bit of a scout. He's doing alright. He's not. I'm currently beating him on workers from Chrono Boost. But yeah, you could expect that to change very, very soon. He's up to 20 and he's building a ton of workers. So definitely. And here we go. The first scouting link. So it's a bit of a slow start to this game. We're both macroing as hard as we can. Trying to get our stuff together. I've got a Cybercore and another gateway on the top ramp. I've learned you don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You don't put all your buildings down with the Forge Fast Expand, so I'm not doing that. I'm building a bunch up here. And then if worst comes to worst and he starts breaking it down, at least I haven't lost anything. At least I can get out a couple more zealots. If it's a major ling run or something like that, then that can definitely help. But yeah, just getting out the workers, trying to keep the worker production up. And I'm sort of staying on board. I'm lagging behind his workers, but that's to be expected with the Zerg player. And he's building absolutely nothing in terms of, he's really, really pushing hard on the economy. And he knows exactly what's happening. He knows that I've got a Forge Fast Expand with a Zealot there, and that I'm not in any position to sort of attack him. So yeah, he's going nuts on the workers. Actually going for double gas on the second base. He hasn't got any gas on the first. I've always been interested as why that is. I suppose it's a lot of players expect like an Oracle to come in and attack their first base, so they put the gas on the second, a little bit more defended. As the game goes on, especially if you've got the third base over there, the second base does end up being perhaps easier to defend than the main base. When it comes to air attack, air offensive, this base is definitely easier to defend than your main base. So yeah, obviously for a ground attack, this is the most defensible base. But yeah, anyway, so starting to get some units up. I've got 3 gateways. Just getting the warp gate tech. This game, man, I got the most delayed warp gate tech ever. The cyber core was, it was okay. It was a little bit delayed because of the forge fast expand, but this thing, man, so delayed. I don't know why I didn't get it earlier. I think I didn't get the gas for the longest time, man. It took me ages to get my gas. I was just all over the place, and now I've got it. Now I'm getting the warp gate tech up, but that takes ages and ages and ages. So yeah, it's not a good start to the game. And meanwhile, Mr. Dark has got a bunch of roaches coming out. He's got his roach warren. I don't know where he put the damn thing. There it is, all the way out there. And his income is completely off the chain. So I've got up to 34, but he's got up to 50. So he's very, very awesome at the moment. And I think he just pushes out roaches from now on. So you can see, you can probably see how this game is going to end up. It's yeah. I am getting a robo facility up. I don't know if I've seen the roaches at this point. I might have. But I'm getting the robo facility. I think that's just standard at this point. Standard to get a robo facility. And getting a couple more gateways as well. 2 more gateways and a couple more pylons. I get forges at some point. I love to get my forges out, get my not Templar Archives, or the Twilight Council, get all that sort of stuff. Put it all together. Here we go, Ling Incursion coming out. He's going for these rocks, but the cannon's starting to hit them, so I'm actually feeling confident at this point. I have no idea how many roaches he actually has, but he starts to send them in here, and this is when I start to get a bit worried. But yeah, luckily I've got the robo facility out, so instantly start chrono boosting out an immortal, and I think for now I managed to hold this off. This guy comes in, but this beautiful gap holds him off, and chrono boosting out the immortal straight away is what I do. And actually, I don't know. How did I end up losing this game? Because I was chrono boosting out immortals from then on, I think. So I would have done alright. But look at this guy, man. 13 roaches coming out. He's going absolute balls to the wall on this one. He's got a ton of economy. 64 over 43, which is a very, very significant gap. And yeah, I'm sort of slacking off on the workers a little bit, but I'm nearly fully mining at both bases. I only got about 6 spots, 3, and these gas as well. So I can't be too hard on myself, but definitely need to get those immortals out, get the weapons out, because he's gonna overwhelm me. I'm 26 roaches. I really, really need to get some stuff out to deal with that. And I don't quite have it yet. Second immortal coming. Actually building a second robo facility. So that was. I'm just looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I was actually thinking like a minute ago, looking at this replay, man, I probably should have built a second robo, but there it goes down, a second robo. And I don't know if I went into Colossus Tech at all, but definitely pumping out as many immortals as I could. Well, I'm not building one right now, so that's a bit dodgy, but I got 2 immortals. And yeah, so a force of the size we saw before, definitely be able to shred that. But this force is a little bit different, so I definitely need to get more immortals out for that. And we've got 1 coming out. Oh, were they trying to... There we go. So trying to move out, actually. I'm feeling like it's a good idea to move out. I don't have Zealot Leagues, but I've got the Twilight Council coming out. I've got a 3rd immortal coming out. And this is when things start to go wrong. Because I try and go around to the watchtower, and my force gets split up magnificently. And then I try and push in here with all these roaches. I pull back up to the high ground. I got no Zealot Leagues though, and most of my Zealots are dead. But here we go, trying to have an attack. The Immortals doing a pretty good job. He does some crazy sort of split to get a beautiful concave. I back up again, because I don't want to be hit by that concave. But he's trying to concave up this side. And the Immortal, man, that Immortal was quite exposed. And yeah, I just basically have to pull back. He was getting 2 good concaves on here. And here we go, we got the 3rd immortal, we got a whole bunch of stalkers pulling back on the top of the ramp, and this is when I make my hold. But he just pushes up to the ramp, and you can see he's just got way too much. He's just completely surrounded me. 3 immortals, doesn't even come close. I mean, he's up to 46 roaches here, so absolutely insane. And this is when things start to go really, really bad for me. It's just absolutely getting owned here. And that was it. I think I gave the GG right about now. Any second it's going to come down. There we go, there's the GG, and that was my first game. It was a best of 3, so you can catch the next game, and I'll put that up tomorrow, and we can all see if I come back in this game, but if you decided not to bet on me to win this series, then I would not be mad at you. I would not blame you. So anyway, we'll check out game number 2 and the next game coming up. So stay tuned for that. This has been Hairy Muppet.